Hey Bryce, it's Brandon from BrickiPhi. Just wanted to take a moment to send this video over to you like we talked about on the phone. My goal is to add as much value to you as I can in a pretty concise amount of time. I know your time's valuable, and so what I want to do is show you what it would take to kind of boost your online presence so that your business is getting in front of the eyes of more customers. The higher you are in Google, obviously the more phone calls you're going to get, the more business that's going to amount to, and ultimately the more money in your pocket. So that's my goal, is to show you what it would take to do that. And so let's basically, the first things first is, your customer cares about the look of your website. They care about the design and if it's appealing and it makes them want to stick around. So that's important from a customer standpoint. But when it comes to search engine optimization and ranking, Google is not paying attention to the design. They're paying attention to a few other elements, and that's what we're going to cover. And so the first thing that I did is I went in and looked up Home Inspector San Marcos, Texas, and you can see the top 3 that show up. If you want to see more than the top 3, then you click more businesses and you can see the wide variety of competitors that are out there for home inspection. But the goal would be to get into this top 3 spot, because statistically speaking, most people are going to go, I need a home inspector, here's 3 right here, and that's where they're going to click. So if we can get you ranking there, then you're just by default, you're going to get more calls that way. Right now, if we look at your listing on the Google Maps, you're on page 4. So we need to make some adjustments to help you to climb higher in Google so that you're taking advantage of those searches. And so what would it take to do that? So essentially, Google is looking at 3 things. The first is keywords and content. The second is citations. And the third is backlinks. When it comes to content, essentially, Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on the homepage. And so if you can make sure that you have enough information, then Google's scanning that site, they see what you offer, and that helps with ranking. But you'll want to make sure that you're implementing the keywords. And so this is where it's like really good news. So I know that you kind of cover the Austin area, but the Google My Business page kind of shows San Marcos, which seems to be kind of the jumping off point for you. And so that's where I kind of based my research initially. And so if you look right here for home inspection in San Marcos, Texas, you can see these keyword phrases generate 300 searches every single month. And so if you implement those keywords into your content, then you'll be able to take advantage of all of those searches, and Google will recognize that those keywords are in your site and start to rank you higher. And KD stands for keyword difficulty, and the fact that these are at 0 is actually tremendous news, because that just means it's easier to rank. You start putting these words into the content of your website, Google's going to notice and help you climb pretty fast. So that's really good news. The next thing after keywords and content is citations. Citations is essentially your business information. So that's like business name, address, phone number, etc., as it appears on the internet. I use a tool called Whitespark for that. If you wanted to go out and get that on your own, you certainly could. But what I did is I researched the different competitors for home inspection in the area, and you can see kind of what the citation counts are. So you're sitting at 8, there's one with 36, one with 28. And so essentially what you would want to do is add your business information on more online directories. That could be Yellow Pages, White Pages, LinkedIn, etc. There's a ton of them out there. If you upped your citation count to 45, 50, 60, then you would be leaping over the competition quite a bit, and Google will notice that, because they'll say, oh, look, Waterloo Inspections is here, 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 and here, and they should be ranking higher. So that's the second thing, is citations. The third thing is backlinks. Backlinks is essentially if your website is listed somewhere else and the customer clicks on it and it redirects them to your website, that's what a backlink is. So not all backlinks are created equal, and so you want to make sure that you're putting in high quality backlinks. And so what I did is I kind of looked at the competition. First off, if you look at the number 2 in the Google Maps for Home Inspector San Marcos, then it was Craftsman Inspection, and you can see that they actually have 515 backlinks. And so in order to beat them, backlinks are something that you don't just go out and throw out 600 backlinks. You kind of incrementally add some backlinks over time until you start to surpass them. If you don't do it kind of incrementally, then Google will recognize it as spammy, and then the backlinks aren't as effective. And so what I do there is I make sure to get quality backlinks that will stand out and last longer than some other backlinks, and then you'll be able to outrank your competition. And so that's who's holding the number 2 spot. If we look at who's holding the number 3 spot, then you'll see that they actually only have 3 backlinks, and they're utilizing 16 keywords. And so actually, I don't think it would be terribly tough to outrank them when we start adding in the backlinks to your website. And then I want to show you real quick where you're sitting out there. You have 3 backlinks as well, but you're not utilizing any keywords. So essentially, all of these things are kind of like this conglomerate of tools that can be used to help you rank higher. So the keywords in the content, the citations, and the backlinks. If you kind of have a strategy to implement all of those things, then that's going to improve the search engine optimization and help you rank higher in Google. There's also some things you can do to improve the Google My Business page itself. And you can use keywords in that as well, and that will just help you on that end as well. So essentially, that's what I do, is not just build nice websites, but help people to optimize their website so that it's ranking high on Google and more eyes are getting on it, and so that you're getting more business. And so I'd love to continue this conversation and just get to know you a little bit better and see where we can go from there and see how I can help you. But hopefully this video adds value to you no matter what, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a blessed day.